Good morning, viewer. Bindas here. Here's some breaking news. The radiation levels experienced by the frogs living in Chernobyl have not affected their age or their rate of aging. These two traits do not differ. In fact, between specimens captured in areas with high levels of radiation and those living in control areas without radiation, nor have differences been found in the levels of corticosteroid, a hormone associated with the response to stress, depending on the radiations received by these amphibians. These are the main findings of research led by the University of Oviedo and the Donona Biological Station CSIC, on which international experts have collaborated, that has analyzed for the first time the possible long-term effects of radiation on the age and rate of aging of Chernobyl fauna. The work has been published in the journal Biology Letters. German Orizalo, professor of zoology at the University of Oviedo, highlights that these results indicate that the levels of radiations currently experienced by frogs in Chernobyl would not be sufficient to cause chronic damage to this organism. The development of this type of study that accurately measures radiation exposure and analyzes long-term biological traits such as age and rate of aging is essential to carry out a correct assessment of the current impact of the accident on wildlife. The result of this work reinforced the role of the Chernobyl exclusion zone as a wildlife refuge that must be preserved, as the researchers. The authors of the paper recall that almost 4 decades have passed since the accident at reactor 4 of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, Ukraine. During this time, radiation levels have dropped considerably in the areas initially affected. It is estimated that less than 10% of the radiation emitted in the accident remains, and some of the most dangerous isotopes, such as iodine, disappeared within a few months of the accident. Recent studies show, in fact, that Chernobyl has become one of the largest natural reserves in Europe. This explains why it is essential to carry out a precise assessment of the extent to which this accident continues to have harmful effects on the environment today. BNS exclusive report.